1, 0, and
Just doing my thing.
The entire Voice of C38 crew is doing their thing. Nice to have everybody here as I almost just jumbled the words out of my mouth. Yeah.
Easier for you to say.
Start drinking too early?
I'm here in body, but I'm exhausted, so don't expect much from me today.
Oh, no.
Wait, less than usual?
Expect less than usual
Damn.
from me today. I'm operating
No
at Austin
monologues?
level here.
Oh!
I don't know.
No,
I
you're too sober for that.
kind of liking some of the stings that are coming out of Matt today. So I don't know.
Ooh, he's punchy. He's tired.
Fired up.
He's kind of a
fiery.
grumpy old man.
We
He's
need
a
it.
grumpy old
We need it. It's fiery. And hey,
Speaking
guess
of
what?
old men.
Guess what? There's a game this week and it counts.
Oh my God!
The winter's over.
We actually have
game
something
that
legitly
counts?
real to talk about this week,
Hey, it's on. This is game week.
right?
Aloha, by the way. Well, great to be back.
Yeah. So we can almost just,
Should we get right into practice then?
yeah, there's not really, we could reflect a little bit back on the Desert Diamond Cup, but who wants to talk about the last game they played there, really?
Can I just say, both goals were kind of ugly. You didn't watch it, Clark. That's right.
yeah.
Did you watch it?
No, I watched some of it. on
Did
my
you watch
phone.
it, Austin?
Yeah, well, I watched the last about 60 minutes.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I didn't see the second goal. It was still 1-0 when I saw it.
Oh, it
But
was.
I saw one. I actually was able to
terrible.
get to see one, but we were out on the town, and I got yelled at for pulling out the phone and watching the stream.
You were
But
party fouled.
I saw the one where it looked like Axel got pretty burned.
The first one, man, McMath literally rooted to the ground, didn't move. And Miller was on one side of this kid, took away 3/4 of the goal. All he had to do was watch that near post, blistered it right past him.
Yeah.
But, that happens.
I remember that happening before. I don't know. With McMath just not reacting.
Yeah.
It's come up before. And
I thought you talked about
Past.
my shot in rec league last year.
Were you blistered past the keeper?
Remember that week I was tied
Yep.
for leading goal scorer?
Yep. That was opening week. I still have to register the team, by the way.
that is not
Hope it's not
C38
too late.
business.
Anyway, I heard that Houston, and this is just talking to some people who got to see them train and play a couple games in Tucson, that they fear that Houston could be this year's Rapids, that makes that tremendous turnaround. And
A lot of new blood.
Could be.
You know.
And if Rapids are this year's Leicester, that's bad.
right.
But also Chicago was undefeated in their preseason.
I was not paying attention to other teams, not even Orlando, to be honest.
I don't know
really
anything about
kinda-
Orlando.
They were. I have been. They're okay.
Which begs the question, how much do we care about preseason?
Right, exactly, and that's
Bingo.
why I just haven't paid much attention. So, I was at training today, so it was kind of nice to get some eyes on the team before
Hashtag humble brag.
humble brag before the season started, and you're not going to get a lot out of a Tuesday practice, and those of us know that, but it's still nice to kind of see who's moving and who's doing what. And even for the coaches of us, it's kind of nice to even see some of the drills that's being done.
I mean, think about it. This is the 4th day total since they reported back at the end of January that they've been in town.
And you've got a guy like Nana who this might be his second night in Denver,
Yeah. Welcome to altitude, bro.
right? Yeah. So,
Get to work.
yeah, it
on the
might be
treadmill.
a few games before we start seeing decent minutes out of that guy, for sure. And there might be a couple others that new
about-
acquisitions that may still need to be
Yeah.
acclimated to the. They were running a lot this morning.
How was international playboy Gashi doing?
Oh my God, dude! You should have seen how he rolled himself up into practice today
Don't tell me he drove himself.
Does
on
he
a
ri-
scooter.
I was going to say, does he
No
ride like
way.
a hoverboard on
He's got a freaking scooter, a little motorized bike that he's all on. That
Like a
he's-
Vespa?
Yeah, smaller. You didn't even hear the motor
Like
on
a
it.
Razor with an electric engine.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, it
I'm
was
getting a picture
it was
of
a
that tomorrow.
I
bike.
think he's insured his
Was it
legs.
e-bike?
through Lloyd's of London, so
I
he's
don't
got
know,
to
dude.
take
It was
easy.
like a mini bike. It had small tires that were almost the size of my tractor tires.
Like those little mini bikes you buy at TSC.
It could be. I haven't been at TSC in a bit, but I mean, you didn't even hear the motor, but there are no pedals, and he's just sitting there scooting along,
Nice.
smiling, just like hee hee hee. So
Stay tuned, fans. We'll try and get a photo of that.
I need a
there
life.
were
I need
a
a
few
life
photos
coach.
taken. I didn't take one because I was standing next to.
I'm in need of a life coach, and I think Gashy's just won the job.
right.
Yeah, absolutely, and
That's my new T-shirt. Gashy is my Gashy is my spirit animal.
It's got to come
Trademark,
with a picture of him
hashtag,
on
nobody
the
take
mini
that.
and
bike.
he would probably wear that shirt and tweet it out.
Dude, I'm gonna make one.
Yeah, we should.
That'll be badass.
With, like just like somehow make 11 into an animal.
Gashy's my spirit animal. Hashtag Gashy's my spirit.
We just totally went off on.
Wow,
a nice
way
little-
off the rails. Anyway, back to
We
training.
did.
What else you got? What else do you see?
Notable things to take note: the two people who are recovering from serious injuries look like they are nearly there. Not game time ready this week. There,
Connor Casey.
Connor Casey wasn't there today.
Oh,
He was the
Wow.
only one that I like, aside from Liam Callahan, who they've gone ahead and let go.
was that announced today? I mean, was that on the
It wasn't announced, but
Press release?
We asked.
Okay.
If it was on a press release, I didn't read it.
It'll probably come out tonight or tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it was asked, and I
4
wasn't
months
the
from
only
now.
one who asked it. So it's been known between us and the Post. So he's no longer with the team. But Little Dill and Timmy look like they're a couple weeks away from at least being said, yeah, okay, you're there. Now, we probably know that if Timmy's medically cleared, he's going to get the starting spot the next day. It's a different story, I think, for Little Dill. But seeing him train, it's only a matter of time before Marley, Badji, somebody messes up on that outside.
Yeah. Or now we're able to
Or
move
he's that
Badji up
super
front,
sub that,
up top. What about? Do you, in your opinion, would you treat Howard with kid gloves to start with?
Papa gloves.
I
No.
wouldn't go far as Papa gloves.
So, no.
I'd be a little cautious at first, but
see, the thing is you got to. His injury is not a burner injury. So think about it. John
Speaking
Burner,
of which, what?
his wrist ain't right, man.
Come on, dude.
So that's what I was going to get at is when it comes to a goalie. Yeah, exactly. Snip, snip. Certain injuries you might want to take with Papa gloves, but I don't think with Tim Howard's issue, it's kicking, it's the leg, it's the groin. He's been doing that. He seems to be moving fine. If he can make his dives and his moves and he gets the clear, I kind of think that they're going to want to try to jump him right in there.
I mean, as long as he's down, cool. 'Cause
Right.
he knows his own body. And
Yeah.
now how many times has Howard had to come back from a significant injury?
I think this may only
Do
be
we
the
know?
second time.
The curse.
Because that might also play a thing. Like reflexes go down
Yeah.
a little bit. Like when you're down that long, it takes
How's
a little
that?
bit to get back in the swing.
I don't know.
Any good?
Yeah. I have no idea. I'm down a computer, so I can't Google
Google's your
that
friend.
shit.
Google's my friend.
If he was more
Siri.
there in spirit. Hey Siri, how many injuries has Tim
Oh,
Howard
I'm
had?
supposed to be looking that up. Is that, that's
Producer, hello.
It's your oh so subtle way.
Oh, we got it. We got one.
Yeah, once we start going to Wikipedia, we've lost all
That's all right.
credibility.
I think you're right, Austin. That's a good point. He hasn't had to deal with this very often.
I should probably put the phone in airplane mode, huh? Siri just got all up in our phones.
Siri, get off our podcast, bitch.
Right? If you can't give me the right answer, I don't want it.
Although, if you would translate her in the British voice, I'd be down.
Oh, me too. She
that's
could,
hot.
be the whole female part of the voice. Nice
Yeah.
British. How do you do that? All right.
Ask my daughter.
Why are you typing? And
Chat.
it went quiet.
What are you making a grocery list? What are you doing over there?
We got 2 people in chat right now, so I'm trying to
Oh,
respond
nice.
to some things.
Who are they?
Who are they? What are they saying? What do they
We
want to
have-
know?
My friend James, and then of course we've got Jonathan Boras.
Johan
Both of
Boras.
them.
Super fan Boraz. What up?
Super fan Boras.
And we want to say hello to superfan Mrs. Miller,
Oh yes,
superfan Wanathon,
and the Ace Arbiter.
The
and
Arbiter.
superfan Ace Arbiter. So there we go.
All right, thanks for killing all that time. I come up with 3 injuries.
Okay.
Tim Howard, significant in his history. In 12 and 13, he had a back injury, sidelined him for 32 days. 14 and 15, then, calf injury, out for 47 days. And, of course, the 16-17 season, 92 days and counting, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says 92, but we're still counting on that. Tear in the abductor muscle. So, yearly,
So
as
if we're
he's
at
aged.
92, let's play a little game.
But that's been what, since 2012?
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yearly since
Since then.
he's been, 35?
What's the over under on like 110 days?
Oh, under.
Over. I think he'll come back for the Minnesota game.
All right, Austin.
I don't think he makes his first start on the road.
Yeah, I would agree that he wouldn't make his first start on the road. I
I don't think he
don't
plays this
know
weekend.
if I'd put down on a game. I'm thinking mid-April.
Well, so you're on the
Okay,
over
so that's
110.
definitely over.
You're on the way over.
Yeah, I just feel that
That's
like,
on the
he's
cynical
gonna
side
need-
of 110.
You're on the damn. When's he coming back?
I'm
Well,
gonna.
I just feel that he needs.
110
I want him to
was
come
where I'm
back
thinking.
strong. I don't want him to come back not ready, and I don't want to.
Oh,
I don't want
that'd
to see
be
that
Minnesota.
rushed.
Yeah.
I think
As a keeper, your reflexes are a little bit more important. So, like, if you come back too early without doing enough training, like full training, that's really hard, and you don't want to mess with his confidence and that kind of thing.
That's
Like, granted,
reflexes
he's
or
still Tim
something.
Howard, but
Reflexes are something Brendan doesn't know about. So
huh?
Also, witty repertoire.
we've seen him.
He's still trying. He's
Play
still
keeper.
thinking. The wheels are turning.
You hate playing keeper, don't you?
Yeah. Those days of enjoying the dives are gone. I think I lost that. You play too many years of keeper when you get 5-6 goals scored on you because you have no defense. It's not fun anymore.
A little deflating.
Oh, sure. Blame the defense.
Yeah.
I think Brian already established the reflexes were the issue.
Maybe might have been part of it.
throwing you
No one
right
ever
under
said
that
I was
bus,
a
Brendan.
natural keeper.
Why do you think they call it dope, kids?
Hey, I got a medical card. I don't know what you're talking about. So let's look forward to the game. Or actually, since we have some guys that we're interacting with, do we have any questions there, Mr. Twitch Twatter Man?
We had
Chatters.
one
That
earlier
goes
from
explicit.
Boraz for who we thought
Water.
the number 10 in the season would be.
Probably.
So, like, what do each of us think who would be our number 10 if we had a choice later in the season? Because we're pretty sure it's going to be Powers to start with, but
Agreed.
I don't know if that's going to stick.
No. I mean, you're not paying Boateng all that money to not play him there. And that's only the only position other than sitting a 0 that he's going to play in from what I've seen so far. I just don't know how you break up Cronin to 0.
Yeah, I
I
think
put him up above them.
slating injury, that's the only way that tandem is going to get
Cronin
split.
don't get hurt.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen.
Cronin's an Iron Man. I mean, he's our new Drew Moore, if you think about it.
Yeah.
And
Don't
even
jinx
at
us.
He's like Honey Badger.
yeah.
Cronin don't give a fuck.
So and you know, injury he'll put Nana in the back part of that, but yeah, I think ideally he's wanting to put him in the number 10 spot. So yeah, it's Powers now, but you know the question is Powers going to step his game up and play rookie Powers because now he really has to like keep his spot?
I like what I've seen so far.
And are those
He definitely impressed me in the which
Now,
you know,
what-
I ride him hard. I ride
that
him
cut
hard.
out a
but he
little bit? Did I
definitely
just
impressed
hear
me.
that right?
Yeah, you need to repeat that because you cut out for just a moment.
So,
Right at the vital part.
No, let me ask.
Powers has impressed me, just like Watts impressed me last year. And if he continues to play, and I still want to see him be a little bit more attacking,
Yeah.
but he didn't look as shy as he did last season, the last few
He
seasons.
was drawing.
What did you
penalties
like-
again.
Looked a little
What,
bit.
what did you like that you saw? Let me ask you that.
He looked forward. last season, anytime he got the ball, it was always backward, and I started to see him actually kind of turn and look forward and distribute a little bit more. And I think, to me, that shows more of a confidence in his own abilities, because that's what he did his rookie year.
Yeah.
He looked forward, he pushed forward. That's what Jones did last year at the beginning of the year. It was that I'm going towards goal. That's my first mind, is to go for goal, not to go back. And that's what we need, that number 10 role.
I like the fact that he won balls. He kept possession when a lot of people wouldn't. He really made some nice, like you said, even not just looking, but punching some balls forward into space where, had there been anybody there or had somebody made the run, they were beautifully placed. I mean, there was a couple times I, out loud, sitting by myself, went, "Oh, nice ball." It was that type of feeling.
I imagine you say that a lot when you're by yourself.
Those nice balls.
Oh, well.
I was just talking about one.
Okay.
On this occasion. So yeah, I like that. I like the way. I like the way he played on the ball.
Yeah, I mean, at one point I did say he's looking like rookie powers, and I do think that I wouldn't say it's fully because he's got competition and he has to play for his spot, because he always kind of has.
Yeah.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not a contract year?
I think it is. Then that's what I was going to say. I wonder if he's playing for next year's.
No matter where
Spot.
it is.
Brendan and I talked about
Regardless
that
of where it is,
last episode about it, that it's a put up or shut up
Was there
type
an
year
episode
for
last
him,
week?
that he needs
Yeah.
to step up.
There was.
Yeah, and then that could have something to do with it. Who knows?
Yeah, and maybe that's kind of something we can look forward to and watch is to see how his performance is, and I'm sure there are those in the FO that are watching it maybe with the same kind of mindset of is he going to be someone that is going to continue this performance, or is it going to be like last time when we gave him more money, gave him a bigger contract, and the performance kind of dipped a bit?
I mean, if he can outplay Boateng in Pablo's eyes, right on, man.
Yeah, but you got to show that consistency, and is it going to come back next year? And that's, I mean, you look at behavior patterns. This is a long one to kind of look at, because the difference between his rookie year and now their contract years.
Yeah.
What are you playing for? So it's hard to tell, but not to say it's a pattern. There are definitely players in other sports that have those tendencies to sign big contracts and then don't necessarily pull through until it's contract year.
Now, what's the age differential between those two?
Who,
Powers
Boateng
and
and
Nana.
Dylan?
Let's do
Yeah.
it. 20.
26? Because he graduated Notre Dame. He's probably, 21? He's been here. This is, year 4? He's got to be in that 26 range.
Just thank a few more people while I look this up.
Right?
Yeah, so
Well, Brian needs to grab a beer.
I do. Want to take a break?
Could do a little 40-second pause break as we look up some stuff.
It won't take me that long.
Jeez.
I'll just keep our live audience entertained with some dancing.
I'll take one if you're going.
Did you hear that, Brent? John's in chat. Other John.
SciTech John.
Whoa. Yay.
Yeah, SciTech John's in chat.
SciTech John.
Are we back?
We are back.
He's
We are
26. Dylan
Dylan is
Powers
26,
is 26.
and Nana's 22.
He's 21.
21?
I am the
According to this, he's 21.
alive.
According to their roster, he's 21.
Oh, well then even better.
Boateng?
Dude, he's 21 and he just
22.
arrived in like
Oh, I'm
22.
sorry. Yeah, he's number 21.
Beer
I
goggles
mentioned how
next to me here.
I mentioned how tired I am. Wait a minute. So Dylan Powers is not 8 years old?
Oh,
Shit. Start over again.
God.
Well, then that kind of, well, yeah.
So, yeah, still.
Well, then you'd almost expect him to, well, you don't
Boateng-
expect him to outplay him considering Boateng's history.
He didn't look 22 though.
No, and yeah, dude is got it. Well, can you remember Dill when he was 21, new with the team? I remember Jamie Smith making jokes about how big he was.
He was a little robust.
And now he's filled himself out differently. And we talk about guys who've
Well, he's transformed
Calling
his
him
body.
fat because I think he feels like you're calling him fat.
He transformed his body. I mean, look at his diet,
He was never fat.
He was a stocky kid.
He had a huge upper body.
Yeah, he was a thick guy.
Enough that Jamie Smith made jokes about if the pylons were too, narrow, that Dylan wouldn't fit through them. But, and now the jokes are,
he can barely fit through the pylons.
this isn't going to work. He can't fit.
That was my.
So if you're the
Scottish,
Rapids,
okay.
though, and you're looking at that
Serviceable?
kind of age difference,
nice.
even if
Eventually, we gotta get all
Nana's...
of us Scotch off.
We're gonna do a whole podcast in Scottish accents.
Then I'm going to have to
May
practice.
as well.
Austin, repeat yourself.
So if you're the Rapids,
And Scottish.
and even if Nana's not playing up at the level of Powers, if he gets close, do you go, sorry, Powers, he's younger?
Sorry, Powers, he's expensive.
It depends what.
He's
I mean,
younger, he got
if it-
more opportunity to grow and lengthen contracts. And
if it
There's
ain't
a
broke,
l-
don't fix it. I
Yeah.
mean, depends how the team's run is going.
There's a lot of intangibles that we don't know about in the locker room, on the training pitch, in Pablo's
There's-
head.
Yeah, there's got to be a reason you double up on some positions and not on others.
Which I'll give. That's one thing I will say. I was looking at the roster for something else I was doing. I really like that we're really solid, too deep all the way around. If you look at starting 11 plus the next 11, I feel really good with where we're at.
Or if you look at the training pitch today, they did a 10-on-10 kind of just jungle ball kind of drill, keep away.
Yeah.
And it was a mix of obviously guys you think are starters and guys who aren't. But you're right. It was pretty much everyone had a position and they were either 1 and 2 in that position. And yeah, we've been stacked in midfielders and not so much in forwards or wingers. And
Well, there's not much of a
lot
drop off
defense,
between
and
your 1
now
and your
it's-
2.
we
And
only
that
have like
too,
8 defensive mids.
But that's also nice because we've
Yep.
had maybe 2 weeks of a full healthy A squad
Yeah.
in the last year. So it's very important that the backup can step in without any degradation.
Well,
Yeah, it'll come in handy.
You mentioned health, and one of the things I was talking about with Diego, and I just mentioned it, was that this has got to be one of the first times in a long time that I can recall going into the first game of the season, and we're really healthy.
Yeah, we've got.
Knock on wood, the only knock that a player took, I jinxed it.
Well, didn't Pickens go out in the very first game of the season?
Yeah, that was solid.
In the next
It was
3
the
days,
second one, or
everybody's
third
gonna
one.
get
The
injured.
second one. So what you're saying is the only available person for the tailgate podcast would be Siaj because he's the only one hurt.
And since he's not under contract, would they even give him to us?
Oh yeah, I wonder if they'll sign him the next couple of days. All these kids.
Well, and that was another question that we kind of asked Diego, and he didn't have an answer for, or if he did, he couldn't give us. But you gotta think, when did Castillo officially get signed last year? It wasn't until almost June, I think.
It was in
It was pretty
no, it was in
late.
it was in April. It was almost May.
Oh, so
And
it was close to that window.
Yeah, and teams have until
May 2nd.
they've got time to do it. So technically, these guys might not be
If we don't need them, they're not going to sign them right away.
right. Exactly,
I would think.
which sucks. I mean, for these kids,
Like Sam,
they're doing this shit for free.
little Sam. Now we have a little Sam.
Yeah. Whoa.
All right, we're
Whoa.
back. We're back to the background noise.
Ferris Bueller is back.
So, because I saw a post
We should
from, I
have
think
video.
it was
What is she
Maxwell.
doing that she's gagging on? What?
So Maxwell made a post that said, even if we signed everybody that we have basically in camp,
Mm-hmm.
we are still too short from the limit.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
we're
and
only
that-
at 27 or
and
something.
short
Right?
Matt Doyle
one
made the
DP.
same point.
So-
Analyst. He's expecting some major summertime moves.
So I got a little bit of a theory, and I have a feeling it's not going to be one liked by some, but
You're gonna get controversial.
a little bit.
Oh, God.
People forget about a guy who wears number 15.
Or Warner. Oh, he's already on loan for the year. though.
Ramirez.
Yeah, but see, there's money tied up in that.
Right.
And can you
Against our-
think about
Money.
how much money they would have if they weren't tied up in that?
I just think that if Pablo thought he was part of the plans, he'd be here.
He's not part of the plans, and he never will be. But the problem is right now, financially, he's a problem.
Right. Oh yeah, totally agree.
So
what
it
do you
ain't
do?
worth getting happy or excited or talking about any sort of relevant DP-like player until that guy's gone.
And especially given the fact that he takes up a junior international slot, and we've already traded away another international slot. We ain't picking up no foreign DP.
Not until he's gone.
I mean, now, does that mean eventually an Aaron Johansson comes in? Maybe. But
Allocation shit. Then you have to go through all of that stuff, and we're like
Right.
5, 6. I don't know where we're at.
we're
but
down there
not,
a ways. We're down there a ways.
We don't have a valuable spot at this point.
Yeah.
So
I'm just saying, look at 2018 when Chicharito comes here for $9 million.
Hey,
Oh, et tu, Brutus? Et tu?
hey, Austin, that email or that article you sent us was all in Spanish, but the only name I could read out of there was LAFC. So, do you speak Spanish, and do you have more to say about that?
No, I've
you know
translated it.
he's
So
going to
apparently, the MLS is pursuing him for about $9 million for 2018.
Let,
right,
be the
and
highest
again,
paid
consider
player
that
in
Isn't
the
that a
MLS
downgrade
buys
from-
that contract, but you know they're not going to send him to a club like us, even if we win the cup next year or this year.
When we win the cup this year.
if he comes to MLS,
Yeah.
that's the team he's going
When-
to.
Matt mentioned it. It's LA.
End of
Hey,
story.
Matt,
you know,
what's
the
our
question's
Las
out.
Vegas odds for that?
we're like 12-1.
Oh, we should put our bets down.
Actually, I just looked
Yeah.
at. I have that page pulled up and ready to go.
Yeah, I saw that came out today.
Give me a moment.
Wait, but what did we start out last year? Like
We were
60?
100-1 last year.
88-1.
We were at the dead last 100-1 last year, which is now Atlanta and Minnesota are both 100-1.
Suck it, Vegas.
We're currently 12-1 alongside Dallas, of course.
I'm going to be in Vegas next month. I'm going to
Well,
put a
think
few
about
coin
that.
down.
That's a bit of a bump. They put us up there with Dallas, who
yeah.
clearly was one of the better teams
the-
all year.
We were the two best teams in the league. Hello.
Yup.
The hands-down favorite to win, of course, is LA Galaxy, 5-1.
Shut up.
Still,
Seriously?
still.
Oh, my God.
Still, I think there's
Where's
some,
the Seattle?
yeah,
Because honestly,
something's going
Seattle's
down.
got a better chance over LA.
Fourth.
Dallas has a better chance.
They're
than LA.
8-1. Seattle's 8-1.
That's crazy. That's all just
Who's coming in from the East?
big marketing.
First one.
The first one from the East is the Red Bulls. They're
Right. We know
11-2.
how well put together they are right
Yeah.
now. What do you think about Jills Barnes?
Good for OC. Shea was a waste.
Uh-huh.
They didn't know where to play him.
Vancouver. So they
Okay.
traded Mohawk Boy to Vancouver and got Jills Barnes.
Giles Barnes is a beast.
Yeah. That was
Put him with a Rivas or
Dallas was so smart getting rid of Brett Shea.
Yeah.
Years and years ago. Because he's turned out to be absolutely nothing. Just nothing but a big, lanky winger who can't stay healthy or complete a good cross. But every once in a while gets a wonder goal.
every once in a while the blind squirrel finds a nut. There you go.
Yeah.
That's Breck Shea in a nutshell.
When all you know about a player is his hairstyle, he's probably not doing that good a job on the field.
If OC can,
That's a
Other than
very
Pogba.
good point, man.
Pogba's
Well, and
the
Pogba was
exception.
that way at the beginning of the year.
yeah. If OC, if they can hold up that back line, they'll be good in the East. I think.
They're
Sorry.
missing a few key pieces still too. And
Yeah.
the easy, I'm going to start calling them the easy East, just because if you look at the East, there really isn't a team that scares me.
No, hell no.
Even Toronto.
Well, then let's talk about New England while we're on the subject.
That's true, since we are facing an Eastern team this weekend. We
Nice segue, bro.
we got a little bit of a glimpse of New England in preseason, and
That was the draw, wasn't it?
No, we won.
Oh,
We
we
won.
won.
That was
Oh, that was a 2-1.
that was a good game. That
We drew Kansas City.
and it looked ugly at first to me. Yeah, that Kansas City was the draw. And at times it looked ugly, and I felt like we were kind of playing to New England's level because it didn't seem like their first touch and second ball were very good, and it started kind of turning that way for us. But we turned the tables, and eventually we won the game. I have a feeling the same thing's going to happen.
I could see that totally.
There's definitely still going to be some of the mentality of whatever Pablo was trying to instill in that last game. It scares me a little because, I mean, not making any subs scares me.
He couldn't, though. There was nobody available.
That's true.
That bench, there was nobody available but a bunch of FC Tucson kids.
Yeah. And you know, I mean, at least there's been a good amount of recovery time between now and then because a lot of those guys are the guys we're going to see. And we need to be able to make sure that they're going to be able to come out with 110% effort on Saturday because it wasn't there last week.
I mean, I would hope we'd see our first of Gashi. Maybe not starting, but off the bench anyway. That'll
You
make a
don't think
difference.
Gashi will start?
Who knows?
Why wouldn't he?
Have we
That's
seen him?
what I'm thinking.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't.
They've been in
I feel like
Arizona
you're
for 2
resting.
weeks. I have no
Remember,
idea.
He showed up on a scooter. Maybe he just...
Well,
Maybe I'll see something tomorrow.
you got to also remember that today is Tuesday. And one thing I've learned is Gashi doesn't train hard on Tuesdays.
No.
Massage day.
So
Massage/scooter day.
to even see him out there.
It's also cold out today.
It
Yeah,
was.
and he jumped right into it too. It's not like he took
All
a
right.
sweet little time. So
Let's go. I got nothing to go on. So.
I'd like to think he'd get the start. The only one
I
who
want to see him get the
we'd
start.
be, you know, Timmy ain't starting.
No.
So that's the only one we really have to worry about. But everything else, we should be able to pretty much guess that starting
So-
lineup.
Yeah.
So who's your starting 11, Brendan?
Well, I think it's okay. Good.
Who you got?
So yeah, I've got Miller and Birch on the outside, Joberg and
Hubbard.
Hilberg
Hubbard.
and Watts in the back. McMath, obviously. Sam and Michael. And then Gashi, Powers, Hairston. I'm going to give it to Hairston. It could be Badji. And then Doyler. It's either Hairston or Badji. One of the two of them is outside, and then Doyle's up top. I can't make up my mind which one. It's either Badji or Hairston. It's probably going to be Badji.
It's a coin flip, really, between those two.
Probably.
So
He seems to want to go with Badji. Unless, for some reason, Gashi ain't 100%, which I just don't know. I'd like to think he is.
That's the thing, yeah.
But
we don't-
you definitely, I think if you're Pablo, in the back of your head, if Gashi's not right, you're battling with the fact that, okay, I can't start this guy, but I'm going to have half of my fan base pissed that he didn't start in the home opener.
dude, he don't think of that stuff.
Well, he may, but it ain't going to affect him much.
No, exactly.
He's still going to make the decision he needs to make,
Yeah.
but that'd be something in my head like, damn, home opener and I can't start this guy and I can't necessarily give a full reason. Because if it's not because he's fit, then you know you got people who are going to be pissed saying he lived it up in the offseason and wasn't taking it seriously. That's just how the nature of the beast is.
True.
we had this discussion last year multiple times about, and I believe we all agreed last year, you start your best lineup even if you have to pull someone out at halftime. You want to, especially at home, you want to go at them and put them on their heels to start with.
He just pulled his drum back out of the freaking closet again.
Yes. Did we just hit rewind?
Yeah, a little bit. I swear we heard that thing come out quite a lot last year. Right in the beginning when Papa wasn't making many appearances, if I remember
Yeah.
right.
You make your best lineup, especially at home.
It may not happen. I don't know. I'm not
Yeah.
putting all my eggs in Gashi's basket, but I'd like to think
Hell, put him out there on a scooter. I don't care.
I wouldn't be surprised to
he
see
might
this.
get banned for a game or fined for a game or
Yeah,
whatever.
God forbid he crossed his touch line.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the 11 we saw start Houston, Gashi come off the bench. Gashi, Boateng, depending how things are going, Cerna off the bench.
If Cerna gets the
You
clear.
think he's going to make three
Yeah.
subs?
Again, depends how it's going.
Right. I mean, what are the chances we see Calvert?
Probably 0.
Really?
He was the highest scorer of the
Even
entire
after
like
even after all that,
Yeah, but look, because if Gashi doesn't start, he's going to come on, and Badgie's going to be already out there. Gashi comes on for who? Dylan or Badji or Hairston?
Well,
I bet he comes in for Hairston.
Yeah, see, that's
Yeah.
just it. If Gashy's not starting, then I would put Badji and Harrison on the outsides.
We pretty much, well, okay, he could.
And then you got to put Nana in, right? At some point.
I would
And then
think
that's
you've
your
got-
Dylan
to close
sub.
out.
Yeah, I would think you got
Or
it.
Gordon.
And it doesn't.
No,
it
Gordon
sounds
ain't
like,
gonna
about
play.
Allen.
Yeah, like
Gordon's
they
not-
take him
Not gonna
away.
play.
Gordon's not ready yet. He ain't gonna play.
So if we're behind, you could see Caleb as your third sub.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Caleb could be Doyler's sub, and maybe could be a last minute goal.
If we're down, yeah. If we're down, sure.
Or up.
That'd be sweet.
Could see it
I don't think he
happening
comes.
either way. I can see
shouldn't
it
say.
happening either way. I don't see him making many defensive subs unless absolutely necessary. So
Unless he was to put. Nah, I don't know. That's the beauty of it. We get to see in 3 days.
yeah.
4.5.
Sorry,
Three and a
I
half.
didn't mean
3.5
to
days.
timestamp this. We'll see on Saturday.
Hey, we got 3 people who know we record today.
3.
3.
3,000% increase over this time last year.
Thanks,
I love our
Borez.
Twitch chat.
Psytech
I give
John.
a shout out to the people that actually watch us live because
Please do.
we're way more entertaining that way.
Yeah, we just kind of did.
Borez, Psytech John. Who else?
His friend.
And James.
James.
Yeah.
How do we know James?
He plays a video
James
game.
designed our first logo.
Even better.
Oh,
Really?
James, okay.
I remember that guy.
I like that logo, James. Thank you, by the way.
Sorry we replaced it.
Dude, why? You know. Damn. That was your host.
Ingrate. That's what that is.
All right, so what's next?
Tailgate.
Tailgate.
Ooh,
No,
tell
3 points.
No, we haven't got
No,
there
that's the last.
because I haven't thought of them.
And no one here does their homework.
What are the changes to the tailgate regimen this year? Anything?
We got a better sound system.
And join us, 3 o'clock. Poor Egg Smith will be with us.
Right on.
You guys can answer all those questions you've been noodling over. And Jason Maxwell, you too.
Even better. So he's going to open it up this year.
Poor Egg Smith is opening up for us.
I can't
And,
complain
and
one.
you don't think he's going to
Absolutely.
bring Tim Howard with him?
Nope, not one bit.
Shoot, that was our one shot right there.
Yeah, it could have been.
Right there.
Matt tried.
Oh, well. That's cool, though.
I can't wait. That's going to be a good one. So he'll be here at 3. Tailgate will start at 1.
Anybody?
Get all your most nerdy questions prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah.
say,
And
tweet
they
us
will
questions
scratch
or.
that itch, man.
If you're a bit of a nerd on any level, this is definitely the interview you want to have a question for.
Chat members, send us any questions.
Or be there and make sure we,
Word.
know you got a question. And we'll
yeah,
get
let
it-
me
we'll get it
know.
asked.
I'll be off to the side. Let me know. You
Did-
want to ask a question?
did
I'll make sure you
Porrig-
get the mic.
Did Porrig take a team photo with us last year?
It's my cover photo
did?
on my book face right now.
Nice.
So
See, I wasn't there. I don't know.
you were not.
I missed that one.
Yes. You will not this time.
Nope. I'll be there. I'll be there plenty early.
So other than that, we're going to
Early
try
means
to
like 5 minutes before the interview.
Pretty much 250.
we're going to try to keep the momentum going because technically, the home unbeaten regular season record still stands.
Tailgate cast is undefeated.
Yep.
Tailgates are undefeated.
Yeah. So we got to keep that
Speakers,
going.
new microphones. We're all set.
Yeah. I haven't even taken the microphones out of the box. Those are specific tailgate microphones.
Can we?
I'm actually using one to record with, so they're pretty nice.
Okay, 2 of them haven't been used.
2 of them have not been slobbered all over yet.
spittle
So
ball.
if you're a germaphobe, make sure you ask me for the clean ones.
Bring your own microphone condom if that's your problem.
Exactly. Is that the technical term, by the way?
I think so.
Well, you would know.
This is the only way I've heard of it.
I don't have time for germaphobes in my life.
Yeah, this is true. You guys all live in a van down by the river anyway.
We do.
Basically.
We live in the van and we pee in public. And there's not much room to be.
Never wash your
have any-
hands.
Yeah, there's no sinks out where I live, where I work. We're pretty familiar, yeah.
Just speculating. So nice. What time does tailgate start?
1.
Is it
1?
1 or did they move it to noon? I thought I heard noon.
Isn't
Austin,
it-
do you know? Did they push it back another hour?
Last I heard, it was 1. It should be 3 hours before tailgate.
I know. I heard. I thought they were talking about moving it up even
but
more.
Matt might be right. They might want us to start setting up sooner.
Is that the
Yeah.
new protocol this year?
Well,
To shut
for
down
food
sooner?
and stuff, yeah, because they wanted to kind of set up and shut down sooner, so that way.
That's a good public service announcement. Let people know it's going to be shutting down probably a little earlier.
Yeah, especially if you are one of the ones that are coming to get some grub.
Your volunteers, all of us, including your media staff, all do is volunteer, and we want to see the game. So
We don't want to be standing in
Hanging out till
line.
game
It's
time.
Crazy as that sounds.
You know? So yeah, it could be that where maybe 12:30, but I would just 3:00's the important part because that's when Podrick's going to be joining us.
No doubt, man. That's
You got 3 days to learn how to say his name.
Porrig.
Podrick,
Porrig.
Padrig. Someone call him like Padma.
probably
Girl's
would.
name.
I'd do some stupid Star Wars. Just
You don't get any whiskey before Porrig shows up.
that's probably a smart.
Brendan would be like, Padre.
Padre, father.
My father.
Just call him father.
Padma. Yeah, and then I would follow it up with that. Yeah,
Padme, Padma. Are we going to have baked goods at the...
she does have the day off,
I'm just asking.
so there's a
No pressure.
high possibility there will be some sort of
Cool.
Voices C38 dessert. I have no idea what'll come into her head between now and
that's
then.
fine. That's fine. She hasn't done me wrong yet.
According to Jason Maxwell, Saturday's tailgate is Jameson night.
You're
Uh-oh.
in
He's right, because it's New England. It's New England.
And it's Porrig.
It's
It is. It's
always
night.
Jameson night when we play New England.
Damn.
And we have an Irishman at the tailgate.
Just say no.
Uh-oh. Porrig.
All
Gotta
right,
get it right.
I can't find anything
Spell
about
it phonetically on your
12
hand.
o'clock.
And
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I'll have to spell it out differently. Not the Irish version.
Yeah, I can't find where I read that 12 o'clock. So just come around 1 or later. You're fine. We'll be there.
And be prepared for Jameson.
Whenever you get there, we'll be there.
Because look at the weather. It's supposed to be a gorgeous day.
60 fucking 4 or something like that.
And at 4 o'clock kickoff, man, that tailgate time's going to
Oh,
be
it's going to be
solid. Yeah, that'll be sweet.
I'm going to go on the over-under on how many people will wear the New Jersey. Going with 0.
Really?
Yeah, that's a really low under, man.
It's too early to have bought it.
Oh,
Well, they will have to have gotten it on Friday
I'll go
Or
over on that.
tomorrow.
or Saturday.
They'll get them at the event?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So I
too,
bet
too late.
People are going to pay $140 for that.
Matt just bought
Sorry.
podcast beer next week.
my under is. I'm going to go under 100 though.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't think it's worth the money for such a minor change and a bad change.
I'll be waiting for the garage
I'm
sale.
glad you got your voice out on that because I didn't know exactly where you felt, but I knew
Sadly,
that you weren't
I
a fan.
think-
You don't like the
I
change?
do.
No.
You think it's a bad change?
I do. I don't like it. Sadly, though, I think the best jersey release of the year was Dallas. I think they got the nicest kit.
Their blue one?
Those that can.
I'll tell you. You know what's cool? You know what's
There's the
solid
ugly
is the
jersey.
Columbus
Yeah.
backtracked on there.
I love that yellow
urine
with the
design
checkerboard.
pretty damn quick. Yeah, they're looking good.
That's badass.
They're looking good. They deserve it after a year of looking like they got pissed on.
OC's is stupid.
Yeah.
Did they change it at all?
It's
just
like
purple.
it's a polo shirt.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a subtle,
I
stupid
prefer the
change.
polo
And it's got
collar
that-
to the current collar the Rapids adopted. That collar is just
Really?
no.
I hate
the collar,
anything
the
with
button,
buttons.
the
All my jerseys
sleeves. I don't
slide
like
on.
it.
Well, at least no one has caribou like jerseys.
True.
That was
no,
an April Fool's joke.
there was no fringe.
I know it was an
They
April
said
Fool's
it was
joke, but
Ryan's dumb idea.
it wouldn't have been an April
Dude,
Fool's
you
joke if
know-
it wasn't at some point a legit uniform.
You know, hoops is
Hoops.
the end all be all. So
They're saving-
shut your face
they're-
when you talk to me.
They're saving hoops for the next time.
There you go. I like
But I declare Dallas as the winner of this year's jersey. You,
it.
the absolute hands down winner. I don't see Portland making much of a change either.
No, theirs was very,
It
very
looks
subtle.
very
too.
similar to their old, and I like it. It's nice. I like that deep green. But
KC's
it's-
is ugly. Salt Lake's boring.
you know who sucks is Earthquakes. The Quakes.
Those are bad.
I did not like that.
Those are bad.
It's got like the ribs
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll tell you
half
what.
Wasn't
Ugh.
Seattle?
see,
really
I didn't
ugly?
like
I-
DCs. I thought DCs were bad too.
I like New England's with the half.
Who has the sash? Minnesota. I hate the sash.
Ooh, I do like Minnesota.
No, I don't like the sash, and I hated the sash when the U.S. had it too.
I kind of like
But Columbus is my winner.
the Aberdeen-esque, the whites from Atlanta.
I'm sorry, what? You
Whites,
I'm not
I'm
saying
sorry.
that's the hands down best one. I'm
just,
saying I kind
just
of
because
like
they're
it.
the South, they should have avoided the all whites.
And red.
I would
All
make.
they needed was some blue stars, and then you just
No.
oh,
I was going to make a really bad other comment, but I won't. Does there warm up?
At least they took the hood off for the game.
Matt,
It zips off for game time.
come on, Matt Trump.
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking.
Only Atlanta has the hoodies for their warm-ups.
Isn't Joe Nasco in Atlanta now?
Oh my god.
He was on the staff of the Silverbacks. I don't know if he. Oh no, he's a legit sheriff. I think now.
Okay.
Didn't he go back to law enforcement?
I have no idea.
I think he did. This one, it's on him.
Yeah, I can see him.
Austin, you still
being the
there?
sheriff.
I'm still here.
Winner of the kit war this year. Go.
He didn't look at
Man,
anybody else's.
I hate to say it, but it's probably Dallas.
What?
It's a nice looking shirt.
No, it's not.
I hate to say it.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
I didn't see them all though, so that's the problem.
It's funny that you
I
chose
saw Seattle's, and Seattle was terrible.
It's funny, Brian, that you choose the solid design when you were the hoop guy. You come out with the hands down solid design winner. At least Dallas has a little fade going.
They do a
It's a little
fade.
texture.
Little 80s fade.
Yeah.
Although I will say I did like LA's when they brought theirs out, and I still do.
FC or
No.
they've got their no
The
they're
blue one?
actually LAFC's in the logo war. LAFC did really well on
That's not
MLS.
bad. This is not as completely stupid as Minnesota's logo.
I was surprised Rapids
The
did
target.
really well too.
Oh,
The swan or the loon or whatever that is.
No, they did really well too in the logo war. They got points for simplicity.
You know what though? Speaking of that, speaking of our new home kit, or away kit, I do agree. I've seen a lot of comments on other things that you don't change the colors of the crest. I would have liked to seen the normal crest on this jersey this year
Yeah,
to take it away from
I
last
agree.
year's yellow a little bit more.
Mhm.
But c'est la vie. Sebastian Letou,
is Portland's away new, or is it just their home?
they're home, the dark green.
Are they still wearing that red one away? Because that's
The red and
the
black.
the red was
Yeah.
really
That's my
nice.
favorite.
The stripes.
Because I'm
Yeah.
going through
No,
them
I'm
now,
sorry.
and you ask
The
me
hoops.
hands down best favorite. That's
Yeah,
that's the red and black from Portland is my favorite.
that was a stunner. I was in Portland when they released that, and that was a jaw dropper. They actually sold out real fast at the first game.
I'm not surprised. That's definitely that's a good kit.
DC's is awful.
Yeah, both of them.
don't forget we're still a Rapids podcast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but we're talking about all the new teams' jerseys that we're going to be seeing this year. And are we going to like them or spit on them?
I'm not gonna lie. I like this year's kit. I like it in and of itself. I'm not happy that it's not a huge change from last year's.
You even like the button, the red
Hate
button?
the buttons.
I like the buttons.
Just the one red button.
The
Because why
buttons are
not?
terrible. Shut
Because
up.
why not? That's what they said.
That's
in
like a
that
big middle finger to the league. Red button, you're sorry behind. I like the buttons just because back in the day, my Wizards jerseys had 3 buttons.
It's not the button that bothers me. It's the collar. I don't like that collar.
The mock collar.
That was
Because it's not really lapel.
It was very stylish when I went to the prom to have that kind of
The
a
mock,
top,
yeah, you're
that
right.
kind of a collar. We're talking about 1996, 95. Yeah, this is a real things that make you go,
Right.
kind of a collar.
Oh, you should see my wedding photos.
I really should. I have to.
Oh, bushy hair. Come on, tell me there's bushy
No,
hair.
no. It's the tuxes are
Brendan likes bushy.
very mock and
Nah.
bolo tie. Yeah. Anywho,
Well, I think we can
wrap
wrap
this
this
up.
one up.
Right? Yeah. Do we
We're going to reward you, Rapids fans, with 10 minutes of your life back.
yeah,
let's do as the
Hey, we
fabulous
still got
Thunderbird
3
said.
points we got to do.
Yeah, some about
Oh,
3
3
points.
points. Well, go ahead,
We're
Austin.
at
You
3 points. We
you
gotta
can be
at
the
least
first
start
guy
out
this
right.
year.
No, that'll ruin the awesomeness we had from last year. You don't mess with the system.
Just ask him; he'll tell you.
It's Brendan that's got to start at.
Well, since I mentioned it earlier, protect the dick, man.
Wait, you have any guarantees this season?
I learned my lesson never to make a guarantee with you guys again.
All right, just checking.
I'll do over-unders and what I think, but I will never, ever make a guarantee again. That's for sure. Point number one, it would be great if we could keep a clean sheet. That defense, they're trying to rely on the solid defense at home that we had last year carry us into this year, and we technically didn't lose anything. So keeping that intact and keeping a clean sheet is point number one. Point number two is to just it's the first game of the season, so everyone's finding their feet, both teams. And if we can connect our passes and just find our feet, and no fan's going to want to see us take it slow, but if we can get out there and just make sure we're playing our game and not let New England get involved, then we've got a really good chance of showing the fans the new Rapids, and we'll have more than 2 goals scored, which is point number 3, put the ball in the back of the net multiple times.
Yeah, let's start off the season on a good note.
Exactly. A 2-0,
Show us that
3-0 win would be
Yeah.
awesome
Let's
to
show us-
just kick off this season.
What's your score prediction, Brendan?
You just heard it.
Let's
2 to 3-0 win would be ideal.
Let's show us that we've learned
2-3
and
nothing.
have worked on this hindrance of ours.
Yeah. Be nice to see that even though that technically that missing number 10 that we may have signed isn't going to be a starter and isn't going to be a huge impact in this first game, we've seen enough in the preseason games that they're making some adjustments to the tactical way they go about the game. It's put more balls in the back of the net. Just ask Caleb Calvert. Whether he's going to be the one doing it or not, that's to be determined and probably won't happen. We're going to have to hope that Kevin Doyle can do the same. Or Dom, or Gashi. But we got guys that we can rely on to put a ball in the net. It'd be great to see what's going to happen now is guys like Watts and Axel are going to push out more because guys like Birch and Eric are going to find themselves up more. And that's where the attack's going to come from. So hopefully some of the things that they've been working on will come to fruition and not burn us like they might have a little bit in that last game against Houston.
Yeah.
But there's my 3.
Nice.
You?
My first thing I'm going to go with is I want to see the crowd and the energy that we saw against LA and Seattle in the playoffs. that took this team's effort to a whole nother level.
It did, for sure.
And all you fans out there, there's nothing else going on in town. Get your butts out while we're the only game in town that matters and bring it. Because that was
We're always the only game in town that
unbelievable. Whoa, that a boy. Burgundy forever. So, yeah, crowd, fill it, show up, and bring it. Second thing, you kind of alluded to it. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him go away from last year. I'm old school of the if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I don't want to see him get pulled out of shape. A 1-0 win is fine for me because it worked. Results are results. I'm not one of those people who believes in, it's got to be, the beautiful game. It's got to be appealing to the eye. Fuck that. A win's a win.
If you were Brazilian, you'd be dead by now.
I would be.
But it would not
also,
be on the air.
A result is a result, but my blood pressure is my blood pressure, and it's really high.
That's right.
And a 1-0.
That's what makes it fun.
Whether we score that one early or late, it doesn't do me any favors.
Well,
if we score it early, it's a lot worse than if we score it late.
So yeah, don't go too far off the reservation from what you know. Do what you do, and see if the best comes out. My third one is, I guess, kind of a 3A and a 3B. Offensively, shoot early and shoot often. Push these guys back into their defensive third. Make them scramble. But part of that, I think, is I want to see more of Birch and Miller like we saw in the preseason. I want to see them more pushing up because good things happen when they did. When they were stuck back and kind of pinned in their corners, nothing good happened. There's kind of a correlation there, I think. So I think if those, if that can happen, we're on a good path.
Yeah.
Austin?
So my first point is I gotta agree with Brendan. You gotta protect the dig. I want to see us shut them out. You've got to continue the defense that we had last year to show that it's still there, and I think that strikes fear in other teams after going undefeated during the regular season. Like, you want to keep that going. Second, we've got to score goals, and like Brendan said, multiple goals. I'm going for 3-0, but
That's why it goes.
I think you
Hold. Did you say 3-0?
3-0. We've got to come out and show that we've made changes.
All right,
Just
look,
like
man,
we
if
need
you're
to
going to
show
go
that
there,
we-
then give me the tally. Who are they coming from?
Yeah, who's going to score
Yeah.
3 goals?
Who's got the brace at
That's-
least?
That's. Ooh. I think Doyle's going to get one.
Okay, so who's got the
I
brace?
think
I think
if
Hairston.
Gashi starts, I think Gashi will get one.
An opening home goal
if-
would be awesome from Gashi.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
it be?
And then probably Badji.
Tim
would be my
Howard.
third.
Tim Howard's going to get the third.
Tim Howard's going to get
Sam Cronin scored so far this year.
Yeah.
He has, and it was a beauty.
No, it was a beauty.
So, and I guess my third point, our fan base needs to show up. I feel that last year we didn't do what we needed to do. I think that with a team that did as well as we did,
On the whole, or just
people weren't, as a whole, we need to step it up so that people don't like coming and playing at Dick's Sporting Goods Park because of the fan base.
we're a little wine
Similar
and
to when you go to
cheese.
Seattle or you go to Portland or stuff, and we don't have that. And I think we need to
Yeah.
step up our game this year. So that's my third point. Our fan base needs to step up their game.
Yeah, and they've shown they can do it. LA, Seattle. Repeat that performance.
You know, little trivia: New England is the only team that's had every one of their games televised. We got to be on the opposite end of that spectrum, right? Let's make the TV producers forget we're in Commerce City, and let's rock the place.
We've definitely
Let's try
been
to
able
all
to.
forget we're in Commerce City.
Oh,
Well, at least we're not in the Purina district.
Yeah.
true.
Or where the old dog track used to be.
Industrial wasteland.
Yeah. Or the dump.
Although it's pretty darn close.
It's it's on the tour.
if the wind is right.
You can't get to Commerce City without seeing all that shit
Or smelling it.
and smelling all that
Yep.
shit.
Welcome to Colorado MLS teams. Here's our dump. Oh, yeah, here's our stadium, too. And on that note, we will see you guys out by the dump.
Sorry about that 10 minutes of your life, I promised.
Hey, we'll see you after the season starts.
Ah, yeah. See you Saturday, guys.
Like our Facebook.
The
And
voice of C38
hey.
Facebook and on Twitter.
Comment and like our podcast. Otherwise, I'm going to make Brian beg you to again.
Because he's not above it. Or below it.
Now here I am, I lost the game, I got myself, no one to blame. The word is out, I'm down the hill, no hand to grab, no prey to kill. I watch myself. I'm in the race, can stay behind, I'll take a guess, make up my mind. I kicked the wall to break it down, I sold my soul to buy a crown. I watch myself. Can't wake up late, I got to move, got to go ahead, got a lot to prove. I'll step it up, get to the top, I won't look back. I won't stop. I got tracks to deliver, cracks to feel. Rhymes like a river